You know, Foodie, I want to see you actually help people. I want to see you volunteer in a store for free. I want to see you help somebody make a vegetable garden for free. Like, that's the stuff that I want to see. I don't want to see you fucking mukbanging at KFG and white knighting yourself thinking that like you're actually doing something like good and helpful and useful.
Is it safe in the area you are? It's supposed to be. Crossfire. Yeah, that's why I don't go out at night.
I'm just saying, it's not like Syria, you know, I'm not saying Syria is as safe as the US. I'm just saying that those kind of things do happen as well elsewhere. If you've never come here, you don't really know the vibe.
يا شباب قصف جديد ما بنهاية الأركان خالص. قصف جديد يا شباب قصف خذونا بسرعة 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 بسرعة.
إذا استهدافنا من نهاية الأركان بشكل كامل.
قصف ثاني.
I don't really know the vibe.
Yeah, this video is definitely for entertainment purposes only. Nothing is meant to be taken seriously at all. I'm just sharing my own opinions, not facts, off publicly accessible information first made public by public figures. Please do not go to these people's channels and leave mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, or disparaging comments. Entertainment purposes only, guys. What's up, y'all? This is not your average reaction. I'm just a guy who likes to react to health and fitness stuff, usually girl world, but honestly, I'm expanding my, I don't want to say reach, I'm expanding my horizons, if you will, by reacting to some other stuff. But today, it looks like our fucking favorite Syrian travel vlogger has uploaded another video with the title Syrian Food, Markets, Making Arabic Coffee and Overheating. Foodie Beauty is so smug these days. It is actually so, I don't want to say infuriating. It's not infuriating. It's mind-boggling to watch someone be so stupid. And it's very interesting how she thinks that the audience doesn't know like actually what's going on here. Let me tell you something. So I recently got banned from a Foodie Beauty live stream for asking 2 questions. The first was, how did you and Salah meet? That's exactly how I said it. Hey, can you tell me how you and Salah met? Oh my God, I love your relationship. How did you and Salah meet? She will not answer that question on a live stream because she's embarrassed by the fact that they met on Tinder, talked for 2 days, and then she got married, right? Because then it breaks up the whole, oh, I'm here in Syria because my husband's here and I love my husband. Like, no, girl, you don't know who this person is. Like, Foodie Beauty seems to be so addicted to laziness and having people serve her that she's willing to live in an environment like this so long as somebody claims her and, you know, does things for her on occasion. The other question I got banned for was asking her why she hard refuses to go anywhere else, like Taiwan, Thailand, or even I heard Mexico is an option for them. And I already know the answer to this, and I know she's not going to be honest with me, but I'm just hoping that asking these questions will get her actual, like, you know, people who support her to maybe like stop and think for like 2 seconds. The reason Foodie does not want Salah and her to be in a more developed country, let's just put it at that, is because Foodie Beauty knows that if Salah stays here, there's no way, the lifestyle is way too hard to go around and be, you know, be mischievous with other women, if you will. So Foodie Beauty knows that they need to stay there because there's such a huge SW population in Taiwan and Thailand that I know she knows that she's gonna get cheated on. And so my whole point is Foodie Beauty is such a lazy piece of shit that she would rather suffer, her and her cat would rather suffer here than have, you know, a halfway decent life anywhere else, all because she's afraid that Salah will probably cheat on her, and he probably will. Like, let's be so for real. Anyway, I'll stop yapping. That was crazy. Let me get her on 2x speed. And yeah, the reason I know I got banned, like, you never know if you actually got chat banned, but I'm sitting on live with my boyfriend, and I'm like, why is no one interacting with me? Like, not one person. And goes to show that, yeah, my chats just aren't showing up. My boyfriend's are, for sure, but mine aren't, which is great job. You have nothing to hide, Foodie. Like, at this point, I think she knows that, like, she honestly might be a part of ISIS unintentionally, and she may not even ever get to go back to Canada, if I'm being honest with y'all. But yeah, I'm yapping again.
Tight the streets can be. A huge bus was coming through and, like, hit the car. What we are eating tonight is we're going to get some things at the supermarket.
Sugar.
Shisha. This doesn't make me nervous anymore, actually. And just pour like that. Hello, Foodie. Cameo video today. I have merch.
So it looks like she took my my suggestion with background music. I would not be surprised if Foodie Beauty is watching me. She has taken a lot of my suggestions, and the fact that I'm chat banned so fucking fast, I would not be surprised if she's one of my 100 viewers. That's crazy.
Well, it's another scorching day here in Syria, and Salah is just going to check out.
You're not allowed to complain. You're here by choice.
Shop.
Yeah, saying it's scorching here is a low-key, soft way to complain. You could just say, yeah, you know, it's warm here. You know, it's hot like usual. It's scorching, Foodie. You're complaining.
And I'm staying in the car. Sometimes if you go into a shop and they know that you're English, or you look foreign, sometimes they can give you a tourist price instead of local, so that's why sometimes I stay in the car. And yeah, so we were parked in this huge bus because the streets are very narrow and people...
As they should, Foodie. You both... Like, I understand Salah is a Syrian, you know, whatever. He lives there. He wasn't born there, and that's from your mouth. He was apparently... I'm sorry, not born. He was raised in Kuwait. So, yeah, I think it's just rich that you guys think that you should pay local prices, even though you clearly get paid more. And I don't know what's going on with her AdSense. She seems to think that she's in the right with everything, and she may well could be, to be quite honest with you. But that doesn't mean her intentions aren't terrible, and I guarantee you she is going to suffer some sort of consequence as a result of this.
Park on both sides of the road here. A huge bus was coming through and, like, hit the car pretty hard. There's a little bit of damage, but they just kept driving. And yeah, I don't know, say la vie, I guess. But no, it's not too badly damaged. It's just a little bit.
Well, yeah, and because you're in a place that you are in, there's no way for you to fix that car. I mean, there is. You can pay for it. There's no way to get those people to fix your car. And that's what people are trying to scream at you is, if something bad happens to you or Salah, God forbid something happens to Salah and you're left all alone in this country where you don't even speak the language, God forbid.
I don't even know if there is any. Can't really see, but it's
God forbid if you get sick too. If you get COVID, girl, in that heat, you're done. You're so done.
doesn't seem to be too pressed about it, so yeah. It's hot. How am I dealing with the heat, you probably wonder, because I'm, you know, miss AC. I'm a person who keeps the AC on in the winter. Well, I can tell you right now, living here so far has taught me to conserve, which is always a good thing. makes you realize how wasteful you've been, and it's very humbling, which is also a good thing. But you just deal, you sweat, whatever. You take an extra shower a day. You have fans, you get used to it.
I know you're not taking showers, Foodie. There's no fucking way. Like, you bought wet wipes so that you can bathe yourself. I'm certain about that.
You know, whatever. And yeah, so I'm still waiting for the shisha. One thing I'm always taken aback at is how gorgeous the women are here. Like, gorgeous women. Like, I just can't even tell.
So maybe I'm not paying attention because I keep pausing it, but is Salah in there to get shisha and she stayed in the car because they want to pay local prices for shisha? Girl, it's not going to be that expensive, like, either way. Like, you're such a piece of shit.
Just like beautiful features, big eyes. Some of them don't wear hijab. They have really nice black hair, full hair. Even with hijab, the hijabis are beautiful. That just the style, the way they wear, just gorgeous. Syrian women are just so gorgeous. Arab women in general. Women everywhere all over the world are beautiful.
I will give her that. I do think Middle Eastern people are very beautiful. I think they're one of the most beautiful, in my opinion. With a close second, probably being like Brazil. Like, God, those.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just in person, I'm just so shocked. So, yes. All right, I waited, but I had to turn the AC on. So, yeah. After Salah's finished getting a shisha, there's a whole bunch of little stores around here. I need to find a dustpan. I have not been able to find a dustpan anywhere that we've been. Yeah. Maybe in like bigger supermarkets in Damascus, but like town centers, somewhere like that. But in little towns, you know, I just haven't been able to find it. So hopefully in one of these stores around here, they will have one. And then hopefully we can get something to eat and go back home. I'll show you guys how I make Arabic coffee for us after, because it's my first time making it and it's a bit different, but I'll show you. Yalla. Okay, we're in a little market area here. You see how tight the streets can be. What's this here? Clothes street vendors.
You know, something I don't know if I caught. Did she say, like, what's this here when he was driving?
Tight the streets can be.
So I think it's about to look weird. There's like a car that's going to back up, and Salah's a terrible driver, and I'm wondering if she's going to say something to make him, like, pay attention. It's right here.
What's this here?
What's this here? So what Foodie is doing in this situation, instead of going, watch out, because I'm sure she's done that a lot, and Salah's probably like, I'm a fine driver. Now she's going to resort to things like this, like, oh my God, what's that? Like, oh, do you see that over there? Like, trying to be less naggy and more just like open your eyes and look around without actually, you know, telling him what directly is going on.
Clothes street vendors.
This is 1.5 speed. There's so much dead air right now, and she's just 5 minutes in, you've completely given up on the background music. Why don't you just copy and paste that exact same music and just lay it over at a very low volume? If you edit in iMovie, you can even, like, you can make it to where the music fades in and fades out so it doesn't have like a weird loop to it.
They celebrate you.
Yeah. They carry the bread on their head and sell it. A lot of them around.
Classic cars.
Oh yeah. I like just exploring little new areas. If you look on the left at the top of that apartment building there, and in the distance here as well, there's one I'm zooming in on. Those are what the water tanks look like, and water trucks come and fill them up pretty much whenever they get empty. And here's a closer look at one. Super zoomed in. So I know most people, you know, just focus on Syria being, you know, a country always in the middle of war, conflict.
Because it is, dude. I had refugees from Syria in my fucking primary school, first grade. I'm 30 years old. This has been going on for over 30 years, Chantal.
But mostly when you look around and you just go down the streets of most villages, towns around here, most people, in between that, I guess, are just living their life, you know, buying bread, buying fruits and
You've been here for not even a month. How are you coming to the conclusion of that? Like, girl.
vegetables, you know, operating their small businesses that feed their families. And that's why I think it's really good to spend money in these little shops, because it really does help feed their families. And
I'm going to stop her right there. Give me 1 second. Here it is. In essence, colonialism, particularly when a country's economy was struggling, often functioned as a mechanism to extract resources and labor for the benefit of the colonizer, hindering the development and well-being of the colonized country. This exploitation created lasting economic disparities and dependencies that continue to impact many formerly colonized nations. Now, let me explain something to Foodie Beauty. Imagine someone buys you a car, and it's a really, really nice car. You know, it's a very expensive car, something you could never, ever afford, right? And then all of a sudden, that car breaks down and you have to pay a huge bill to repair it, right? And the person who donated it is nowhere to be found. They can't help you out anymore. That's what you're doing. And you're like, oh, but I'm giving them a car. We're helping them. Okay, but you're actually not. You're actually, in the long run, you're not. The best way that you could help is get out of their country and maybe send things like humanitarian resources like food, water, clothes, things like that.
just living normal lives the way they do here in Syria. So that's kind of what I just really want to show you with my vlogs, and just focus on the more day-to-day life. And of course we're going to do some touristy things and visit some historical sites and things, but right now, because of the current situation, we're just waiting for things to die down a bit and for things to be a bit safer, and then we'll be able to do more content in that way. So I hope you're enjoying at least a little bit of these glimpses of life here in Syria that I'm showing you. The Syrian people are what make this country amazing. The people are just so nice and respectful and friendly and welcoming and hospitable, and just, I can't explain it. Like, you'd have to experience it. Sometimes you can only explain things a certain way, but actually living it is what gives you the best experience. So yeah, so I was getting us ice cream. Syria
Hans Christian Chantal
also has amazing ice cream. They call it Buza, and they have a famous place in the souk Hamadiyya called Batash, and we're gonna go sometime. But Damascus, I don't think is probably, some of the roads won't be open.
Oh, why, Foodie? Why aren't the roads in Damascus? Why aren't they working? Huh? I thought the vibes were immaculate.
I don't really know the vibe.
Yeah. It's hot.
Foodie, I want to see you actually help people. I want to see you volunteer in a store for free. I want to see you help somebody make a vegetable garden for free. Like, that's the stuff that I want to see. I don't want to see you fucking mukbanging at KFG and white knighting yourself thinking that, like, you're actually doing something, like, good and helpful and useful. And you may be doing something helpful temporarily to these people, but again, what happens when they lose your business?
شنو ما ذاك؟ شمام كمان صح؟
I like the music.
going to get some things at the supermarket. Walking around. It's pretty hot, and I'm sweating a lot, but it's all right.
I'm just never gonna be shocked when she says I'm sweating and it's hot.
We're getting some breakfast items and sweating buckets.
Jesus, man. I would be walking around with a hand fan.
Walking around town. Yeah, these ones look good. Yeah.
So you want this?
Yeah, quarter kilo.
You want also
Za'atar, and this olive oil looks really nice.
You want the brown or
Yeah, whatever you like. I don't know.
the
I'm trying the za'atar. Okay. Because there's green and there's brown.
green za'atar? Sour, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But it's good.
this one more sour.
Ooh.
More sour.
Mm-hmm. I like the brown.
Is that a mushroom?
All kinds of spices.
Too many jars of spices here.
Yeah. Probably a lot of cumin, 7 spice, a lot of trying an olive with carrot.
I am very interested to know how their olives taste. I'm not particularly a fan of olives, but I would love to try one straight from, you know, wherever it's being grown.
Can I guess?
Carrot.
No, this one's not good.
Pimento. Household needs. Which I'm seeing if we need anything. Which we very well may. I'm overheating in the car, so I did enough walking, and you know, I need to get used to it. So there's a lot of shade, so it's not even that hot. But for me, someone who doesn't walk around a lot and who's just always hot, you know, so you see how the streets are shady.
The fatter you are, Chantal, the more insulated that you're gonna be and the hotter that you're gonna be. The less fat that you hold on your body, like, the cooler you'll be. Like, you know how, like, really old, frail people are usually, like, super cold and, like, thin-skinned or whatever?
So it's not like the direct sunlight really affects you, but there's some watermelon trucks. A lot of watermelon in season right now, and cantaloupes. It's good for the summer. They're making something here.
Fucking banana sugar, caramel chocolate, cream, sugar crepe. Like, why are you eating this? Like, oh, gross, man. All in this dude's fucking shit, too. Get the fuck out of his way. No background music. Like, why, Foodie, why do we need to hear this with no background music? Does the language that we don't speak, the crinkling of the paper and the cars honking, add something that wouldn't already be there or something? Like, what is going on with this girl? What is that? Ew.
So it's like a fried crepe kind of thing, probably made from sage bread, which is very popular here in Syria.
Yeah, really sweet of you. I mean, I know this isn't like a blistering hot like product. This isn't like a hot dog, but the dude freshly made the crepe, so like it's probably warm. So, you know, why are we eating something hot right after complaining about how much you're sweating? Because you're addicted to sugar, girl, and you just can't help yourself.
And there's banana, there's all kinds of little powders you put in it. Bismillah, let's try that. Sorry for the mess. Need a napkin, but banana, date sauce, sugar.
Dates are so high in sugar, you guys. If you have a date, you should not be adding anything else to the product. Like, hold on. Like 16 grams of sugar per date. And then she has a banana on top of that with probably powdered sugar, chocolate, caramel, you know. The crepe probably ended up having like well over 100 grams of sugar. But I'm sure she needed the calories because she hasn't had anything to eat all day.
Something else? Whole bunch of sugars.
So good for your diabetes.
No, not good for a diabetic, but I'm not gonna eat. I just wanted to
Metformin.
try a bite. Man, that's really good. The date sauce with the banana. Whoa.
Oh my god, sugar with more sugar and more sugar is good? No way, foodie. Holy crap. Side note, I do not trust, and I'm sorry if you're going to get mad at this, I do not trust morbidly obese people's palates because they're highly processed McDonald's palates. I don't find that stuff to taste good, and a lot of the times when really, really big people give me something that they like to eat, it's usually way too much for me to handle. Like it's usually makes my stomach churn and like I feel like I'm about to throw up. 100 grams of sugar of that would make me like, I guarantee you I would take one bite from that and I'd be like, that's good. And then I would start feeling my tummy just churning and I would feel nauseous.
Really delicious.
All right, guys. I just want to say before I get into this haul that I'm going to try to cut the background noise, so it's going to sound a bit weird, but you'll hear my voice more clearly. In the editor, I can remove the noise. So, at the fruit and vegetable market, we got some okra, so I can fry some. Grapes, seedless. Cantaloupe, you can smell this a mile away. It's ready to eat. These, I don't know what they're called.
Are they like giant gherkins?
But they're a cross between a melon and a cucumber, so I can't wait to try that. Tomatoes, peaches, cucumbers, indomie, mortadella, tuna, lettuce, mushrooms. I think they're canned, but whatever, they're good. Cheese with black seeds, mixed olives.
This is a really good haul. It's a lot of whole foods, minimally processed, obviously besides the ramen noodles.
Za'atar spice, ghee, olive oil, bread, eggs, labna, balls, and regular labna. All right, so what we are eating tonight is...
Is this what we are eating, or is this for you, Chantal?
shawarma, and these are potatoes, coleslaw, garlic, pickles, some bread, and these are crispy
Okay, now show us what Salah's eating.
cheesy chicken strips.
So she's gonna probably eat all of this after eating that like banana crepe and probably whatever sugary drink she's had throughout the day. And then she's just be like, look y'all, I lost weight.
Saha wafia.
To be fair, I would not be surprised. I would be surprised if she honestly lost a lot of weight. I think what's actually going on, because she overeats so much, I think she's just having a little body recomposition. So some of her fat is basically turning a little bit into muscle, right? Because she's been walking around a bit more, which actually might make her hungrier.
Say saha. Saha wafia.
Salahafia. Inshallah.
All right, here's the kitchen. So they had this platter in the apartment already. I scrubbed it down. Still a bit tarnished, but I'm gonna serve everything on here.
What? She, that's fucking disgusting.
I'm gonna serve everything on here. All right. First things first.
Please, God, tell me she put like a paper towel over it.
The new shisha. Very pretty, huh?
The new shisha? Isn't shisha... am I...
on here. All right. First things first. The new shisha.
The new shisha. I think I'm stupid. Shisha, also known as hookah, is a type of tobacco smoked using a water pipe. So, yeah, shisha is the tobacco. This is A water bong, girl.
You're pretty, huh? Fill it with water.
Looks like you haven't cleaned it out properly, which, to be fair, most people don't. If you're a gardener, a garden enjoyer, I really hope that y'all are cleaning out your smoking utensils, because a lot of people don't. Like, you should be cleaning it out. If you use it every day, you should be cleaning it every day, similar to your teeth. Unless you want to get some sort of bacterial or fungal infection that's chronic in your lungs, then don't wash it out and keep smoking it. And you can have the...
This is the other part. The lighting in here is not that great. I apologize. This is the hose. So
No background music.
this is the part that you put the shisha, the tobacco, and that's the tobacco. Lemon shisha, the tobacco, and that's the tobacco. Lemon mint. These are little foil pieces to cover it. It's not the same as Kuwait exactly, but this is a more traditional style with the foil shisha. So little foil things here, and the little coals. So first, I'm going to prepare the shisha so that that's ready, and then the coffee.
Where does the shisha go? Okay, here's a good learning opportunity for me.
All right, so this doesn't make me nervous anymore, actually.
What's funny about this is a lot of people in the US, and especially where I live, have like gas stoves to where you have to do stuff like this. Like, I've lit plenty of stoves like this, and she's like, oh, when she did it for the first time. Like,
Babe, do I just put the coals on here?
no, Chantal, you're actually going to put the coals under the water and then in the fridge.
We had an electric thing before, so and you just put them right on there. Now this cylinder was gifted to us, but it's you just keep filling it up with gas, and it's actually really handy. A lot handier than you would think. So you put 3.
Is it like hanging off the corner of... hold on. It kind of looks like it's hanging off the corner of the table, does it not? I'm never going to get through this video.
Okay. And no, I don't advise smoking because it's not good for you. But this little guy, they look happy. I don't know. It's a little package compared to the big ones in Kuwait, but adi. So we're going to sprinkle some tobacco.
Okay.
Okay, that might be a little full. Just like that. Spread it around and kind of sprinkle it. And then this left over we'll put back in the box. And we just wait for those to cook.
Y'all, if there's no reason to be doing shisha like this. If you can help it, just chew some gum. Seriously. Use a patch, chew some gum. It's going to be so much better for you than smoking. And some people do say that nicotine is neuroprotectant. Not sure how much I believe that, but...
In the meantime, remember that song, In the Meantime? Ooh, 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 ooh. Gonna get the sugar out. We have some little date squares or figs. I don't know. This is the coffee. Now it's powder. It's like coffee powder. It's not.
Oh man, she's going for the caffeine nicotine wombo combo.
Ground coarsely, because yeah, I don't know. You don't strain it or use a coffee filter. So this is just with cardamom. That's cardamom. So
right, so then we poke some holes, I think like that, and then that's where the coals are gonna go. So yes, we'll be right back to make coffee. All right, for the coffee, fill this with water. We're gonna take a spoon of this coffee, put it in, stir it well, add a bit of sugar, not much, and that's gonna go on the flame, just like that. Woo.
If you have to add sugar to your coffee, please grow up.
Careful not to burn yourself.
I'm like halfway choking.
It's not very even, but whatever. You don't have to add sugar, but I like a little bit because it takes away from the really strong bitterness of Arabic coffee.
Girl, you like to add it because you're addicted to sugar. We saw what you had earlier today.
Which can be very strong.
And she'll be like, I only ate one meal today. Which is like, technically, I guess she only had one meal, but she's leaving out the fact that she probably had like a 12,000 calorie crepe.
This is to clean out the hose and the piping of the shisha machine, the hookah. Okay. So once it starts gently bubbling, that's when you're going to remove it from the heat right away, because it will boil over, and that's happened to me. So just be careful with that. Like, you want to keep an eye on it. It doesn't take very long, maybe 5 minutes. I know I'm sweaty. That's the new norm for me. Now it's very, very similar to Turkish coffee, whereas in the grounds, it's like a powder, so it stays inside the coffee mug and it kind of just drops to the bottom. And you use little cups because it's very strong, like an espresso. All right, here we go. It's nice and bubbling hot. And then just pour like that. All the tiny grounds are going to stay at the bottom. And there you have it. Arabic coffee with cardamom.
All right, well, I don't know. I'm just lit up today or something. She's really getting me going today. Thanks for watching. Like, dislike, comment, and subscribe if you want.